violent rape when I was 18 years old. And, I was up at college, and because of that, I went off the rails, and I did everything bad that you're not supposed to do, right? In your family, in your church, in your beliefs, and those kind of things. And I just didn't care. I just didn't care anymore. I was like, well, you're already messed up, so you might as well just do the whole thing. Like, just you're going to be miserable the rest of your life, so you might as well just be really miserable. And so I struggled a lot with self-harm, bodily self-harm. That was before we even started talking about it. Was in and out of hospitals, in and out of emergency rooms, and no one talked about it. My poor parents, that was their generation, was we don't talk about it. No one in the neighborhood knew. No one in our church knew, because we just don't talk about it. And
that makes it so hard.
It's so hard.
Because you can't say what you're feeling
Oh
because
my gosh.
shh.
Right?
It's okay. We'll deal with it.
Yes.
But don't talk about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Ugh, it's that makes me, that was just how it is. I was so angry all the time because I couldn't say anything that I was feeling.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So anyways.
Yes. No, I'm 100% with you.
Yeah.
Well, I finally started getting some help, and I found an amazing psychiatrist, an amazing psychologist, and I was seeing her several times a week. And I was actually in the same building, I believe, that our Sugar House office is in.
Is that right? Oh, wow.
Here it was like 30 years ago, and I was there for my therapy appointment, and I saw my uncle. And he was like, what you doing here? Because his office was in the building. And I was like, oh, I don't know. And he's like, what do you mean you don't know? You don't know why you're here? And I go, well, I have a doctor's appointment. And he goes, well, there's no doctors in here. And I had so much shame. We just kind of did this weird banter in this hallway. And he's like, well, have a great day. And I love you. And I was like, okay, see you, I love you. And I was so horrified that someone would know that I was sick enough to need therapy. Because, back in the 90s, you didn't talk about that at all.
Therapy was bad.
Oh,
it was like
so
so
bad.
stigmatized.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whereas now, it's seriously like going to the gym.
Right?
We should stay tuned up in our mind as much as we stay tuned up in our body and everywhere else.
Exactly.
Right? I think that's where it all starts. So, yeah, I mean, now it's like a normal thing. But back then.
Just going to therapy.
Yeah. Back then, it was taboo.
It totally was. It totally was.
Yeah.
And I think that I'm so grateful, like, your girls, that they have, we have a different generation now, and our kids can talk to us about things that, our parents' generation, no fault of their own. That was their generation. Bless their hearts. And my parents' generation, my grandparents, oh, heavens to Betsy, they would never, ever talk about those things at all either. So I'm really, really glad that, unfortunately, we do have a pretty bad problem with mental health and how to talk about it. However, we're so much better. Like, our generation is so much better about talking to our kids about anxiety and depression, and that's what it's just a normal conversation now.
Yeah.
It's not full of shame and secrets and that kind of stuff anymore.
It would
Grateful.
first, and the thing about like if we were at the pace, humans are not designed to go at the pace of this world. We're not designed for it. And if we were at this moment, it was still taboo to talk about the things that we're feeling. It would, this place, I feel like a bomb would go off. Like, there'd be no way for anybody to ever deal with simply just going out of their house every day,
Exactly.
It's because the world comes at us so fast. That
so much.
We didn't have, when we were kids, it was the 80s. You could go as fast as your bike could go.
Exactly.
That was it. You weren't having 24-hour news. You didn't have the internet, nothing. I could go, if I was going down, a hill on my dirt bike, that was as fast as I was ever going to go.
Right.
As fast as the world was ever going to come at me, And so I think, like, back then, even though there were mental health issues, it wasn't as prevalent as it is today because we're just not designed to deal with how this world comes at us. You know what I mean?
Agree.
And so if we couldn't talk about it today, it would just be mass shootings every minute.
I agree.
People would just go crazy
Yeah.
if they couldn't talk about how they're feeling in this world.
I agree.